Hello everyone, this is Tanksman and you're watching my replay from World of Tanks, where I played in my favorite tank, American Tier 5 turreted tank destroyer called T67. I played this game in a platoon with my two buddies, as you can see on Erlenberg map, and the matchmaking was awesome for us. We were top tier platoon, so we needed to make a good impact on this game. At the start of the battle we decided to go to the eastern flank, and as you can see my tank is pretty fast. It has a top speed of 61 km per hour. It's also a very sneaky tank if you have good crew skills, and it has a pretty decent gun for its tier. Its average penetration for standard AP rounds is 128 mm and the average damage is 115. But the downside to T67 is that it has no armor. It has armor like tier 1 or 2 tanks. The thickest armor it has is at the front of its turret, where it's only 25 mm thick. So basically you can get penetrated by any tank you can see in the game, and that includes the lowest tier that you can see with T67, that's tier 3. So you need to be careful. You don't want to get spotted when you play T67. You need to be at long ranges and you need to put your gun to good use. So I got to this position over here, and now we play the waiting game. But as we can see, most of the enemies are spotted on the western flank. Seems like this Matilda Black Prince is the only one who decided to come to this side. But then I turned my attention to this Stug Fear, who was spotted next to the river in the middle of the map. As I put one shot into him, I tracked him and I put another one, securing my first kill. Then I decided to rush to this enemy Matilda Black Prince to try to put one shot into him before my teammates kill him, because there are two of my teammates around him and I really thought that they were going to kill him before I even get there. But as you can see, they made a pretty big mess out of that and they didn't kill him, so I managed to get here in time to put two shots into that poor guy and secure my second kill. So at this point we won the eastern flank, but the western flank was completely lost. So I told my platoon mates, let's go back to defend our base, and they were like, no man, fuck it, let's go push forward to the enemy base. And I said, okay, you push forward and I will go back to try to defend our base or die trying. And I really thought that I'm going to die doing that, because really too many of the enemies were coming from that flank. My artillery teammates also were running away, and that was a smart thing for them to do. And as you can see, I got to this position over here to make my final stand. I see this enemy T28, put one shot into him, my second shot missed, so I waited, and then he probably thought that he's not spotted anymore, so he started moving forward. I thought that I will kill him with two shots, so I shot him as soon as he went from behind the cover, but I didn't kill him. Then I spot this PZ4H and I managed to kill him with 3 shots. And as you can see, I'm still not spotted because I have good camo crew on this tank and my camo net is activated, so they did not spot me. I saw one enemy going to the left side, then I killed this one between two houses. That was nice shot, and I was worried about this enemy who was on my left now. And here he is. It's a toaster of death. So I put one shot into him, 2 shots, but I was spotted, as you can see, by my sixth sense going off, and yeah, I made a little misplay here, so I got shot twice. So now there were 2 enemies in our base, and I moved to this position over here to spot them, and I managed to spot only that T1 heavy, and then I got to this position here to shoot, and I managed to reset the timer when it was on 92 seconds. So then I put few more shots into this T1 heavy, but I did not penetrate, so I loaded my APCR rounds and put 2 of those into him, so I managed to kill him. And now there's only one tank in our base, and it's that T28 probably. He's one shot, but I'm one shot also for him, so I needed to be careful here. And I spot him, and then I moved forward and put one shot into him, but I didn't kill him. I only managed to critically hit him, but I killed him with my second shot. And then I spotted this KV-1, but didn't penetrate this first shot. So then I used my good mobility again. I moved back. You really need to use your good mobility in your fast tanks. You don't want to stay there, just wait for the enemies and trade shots with them. You want to get at long range, and you want to be able to spot them and to make yourself in a good position where they will not be able to spot you. So, as you can see, I spot this KV-1 and he does not spot me, so I started putting shot after shot into him, and as you could see, he fired once blindly. It was a good thing to do, smart thing, but he missed me, he didn't have luck, so I managed to pick up my 8th kill, secure my Radley-Walters medal. So at this point I was really happy with my game, but I realized that there were 2 enemies alive and I could go even for a Pools medal. So I started going towards the enemy base, and my platoon mate, he told me that the enemy type 95 was a one shot. For me, he has low HP. That's the information he saw from the XVM, because he was killed near that enemy type 95, and I was so far away that I could not see that using my XVM. And you can see the number of HP your enemies are left by pressing your Alt key if you're using XVM, but I could not see that because I was on a large distance and my radio did not catch that signal from my teammates to give me that information. So yeah, this part of the battle I was just being careful here, trying to find where that 2 enemies were. As you can see, my teammates were coming behind me also, and the video was stuttering for some time when I recorded this. I don't know why, but it happened. I'm sorry for that, but it's really not a big deal because nothing really important happened. So now I realized that my 2 artillery bodies were going to cap, so I have only 50 seconds left to find and kill those 2 enemies if I want to get my Pools medal. So I rushed forward. I thought that Arty would be here, but he's not. And then I spot the enemy type 95 and I managed to kill him. That was a close one. I mean, he could have easily killed me. And then I do a little evasive maneuvers and I managed to not get shot by that enemy bishop. So I rush forward now to find him and secure my Pools medal. And here he is. So I tried to rush to get behind him probably, but yeah, that's not going to happen this time. I got killed by that enemy bishop. I really thought that he would miss me if I'm moving too fast, but he didn't, so yeah, RNG was on his side this time. But anyways, it was a good game by me. I managed to pick up 9 kills and secure a Radley-Walters medal, as well as a Top Gun, Defender medal, High Caliber medal, Ace Tanker, and the Crucial Contribution medal, which was awesome. It's awarded for the platoon who managed to get 12 kills. So we did that and I was really happy about that medal. So yeah, that was my replay and I'll see you all in the next video.